Yo, it's cool times. Gang gang to my cats, sup to all my ducks. I'm revealing every secret, hack, tip, trick that they don't want you to know in this video today, so make sure to subscribe to this channel for all that. Also, I'm giving out 5 pre-game spots on this video for Rubber Ducky Bath Party. Just like this video and comment below if you want to be a part of the pre-game, which is their whitelist spot. Let's get right into that video today, snipers. So on this channel, you guys know I always like to talk about the alpha before the alpha. So I want to take you to a video from December 8th, one of my vlogs. You should definitely watch it if you haven't already. And hear what I said.
If I'm betting on any project this January, it might be Invisible Friends, but also Killer GF.
Yeah, Killer GF met with the team early December. I'm really out in the trenches, boys. I'm really in the field. I'm not just hiding behind this desk here. But yeah, if we look at Killer GF right now, 1.78 floor price. So even if you don't think it was an alpha video, I was giving you the alpha before the alpha. So let's just hop right in to my Bradley Cooper's secret sniping questionnaire. I'm revealing all the trade secrets. The first one's pretty simple, and you might have heard some of these before, but this is our ultimate guide right now. If you believe in a project and you're minting it, let's say it's Lives of Azuna, let's say it's Rubber Ducky Bath Party, I always think you should mint in threes, especially if you really believe in it. The first thing you're gonna do with that NFT is you're gonna flip one to just break even. Let's say it's a 0.04 mint price. You're gonna wanna sell the first one just to break even. Use the second to flip for profit, get you into the green. And then that third one you get to hodl, and it feels great to hodl that one because you've already made a profit and it's just free money at that point. If it goes to the moon, you're sitting pretty. Second trade secret I wanna tell you guys is pick a small number of projects, follow them closely so you can build deep conviction. Knowing everything about a few things is more valuable than knowing a little about many things. This is something you should keep in mind on your Discord server. I think you should have one folder for all the projects that you're currently in and invested into, and one folder for the 4 or 5 projects you're hoping to get whitelist for, that you're grinding, that you're researching, that you really believe in. Keep the Discord clean. Projects you're invested in, projects you're tracking. It should only really be about, maybe 10 you're invested into, 5 at a time you're looking into and researching. The third thing I want to talk about is don't try to snipe rares after reveal unless you're an expert. And I think I'm an expert, and I even got kind of burnt with this. I'm going to show you guys a rare kind of L I took. So I sniped this Caked Apes. I thought this was going to be one of the rare ones in the collection. We didn't have, the Rarity tools on reveal, so I didn't know for sure, but I saw a cool cat here. I saw the background. The project itself has done all right, but I ended up paying a little bit more for this than I would have liked to. So don't try to snipe the rares unless you know what the rares are going to be. In my opinion, if you're just starting out, you want to snipe the floor. You want to maximize your profit margin. Okay, number 4. NFT projects, they're like a stock, guys. Don't just look at the art and think that's amazing. Look at the team behind it, look at the vision and goals. And this is a simple one, but like CyberKongz is at a 12 ETH floor. If you were just getting into the space right now and you looked at these pixelated Kongs, while they look pretty cute and cool, you wouldn't think much of this. So don't always just rely on the art. Here's another project I loved from the beginning, which is Heaven Computer. Still a solid floor price. I talked about it on an alpha video like back in August. This has amazing art in my opinion. It's moving, it's something you'd see in a museum, yet it's a completely different floor price because of the team that's involved. So you need to look at the roadmap. You need to see, do these people have crypto native experience? Not to FUD Heaven Computer, because I really love the art here. But the person who is running this project clearly didn't really know about DeFi mechanics, staking, to earn, building metaverse land. These are all things a project should be talking about and have experience in. That being said, find out who the artist is, because a lot of these projects are just going on Fiverr and getting random shilly art. You want to find out, is the artist actually legit? Because if the artist is really legit, like we've seen this with FOMO Mofo with Jasper Wong, obviously Letters by Vinny Hager. I thought this was pretty cool here. LA County Museum of Art, one of the big museums in the United States, has an installation right now for Burnt Toast, who's the artist behind Doodles. So if you did your research and you knew that Burnt Toast was a real legit artist, had done murals, has installations at reputable museums, you could have gotten in on Doodles early. Okay, number 6, we're gonna take our time on this one. Follow supply and demand dynamics. This comes down to basic micro and macro economics, but You want to think about, you know, FOMO tweets, collaboration with influencers. That's going to drive up demand. Cool, we want demand to go up, but we also want the supply to decrease. How does a project get people not to list their NFTs so that the supply decreases? Well, let's show you a couple examples right now. Talked about it before. Creeps Genesis dipped quite a bit, but it's still holding at 6.4. They only have 77 items listed. So when a project has staking mechanisms, staking basically means taking your token and putting it on their smart contract, and you can earn passive yield for it. The more you can get people to stake, less number of items they're going to be listed. That's going to drive the floor price up. That's called a supply squeeze. Yesterday I made a video on Solana Project. I talked about Days Ducks. I think it was at like a 10 SOL floor. It's already up to 14 now. But you can see here they have something called a hodl to earn DAO. So if you hold your NFT, you're going to earn tokens. So you have to find projects that are incentivizing holders not to list. It's not enough to just be like, oh, I'm gonna list at a high floor price. You have to incentivize holders not to list at all. You want supply to go down while demand goes up. Well, how can you find out when demand is actually going up? Because when demand goes up, that's when you want to secure the bag. So this was a project, Crypto Ray Rays, that got a lot of attention. It seems to be slowing down a bit. There's a bunch of listings. I think it's because the mint price was 0.01. So you're already up a decent amount, even if you just minted. But what they were able to do was create a lot of demand, and it was because of those influencer FOMO type tweets. Here's the simple hack, guys. Literally go and just search the name of the project and see who's tweeting about it. You have a Bored Ape here, a verified account saying he has 40 crypto Ray Rays. You have a bunch of people talking about all the Ray Rays. Oh, it's sold out. That's a FOMO tweet. Another Bored Ape talking about how they picked up the rarest crypto Ray Ray on the market. You see other projects collaborating with them, Little Lemon Friends. And I'm not saying right now crypto Ray Rays is a buy. I think you got to hold on this because there's so many listed right now. The supply is crazy, but for a moment in time, they were creating a lot of demand for this project. I think it got up to like 0.2. It's pulled back to 0.149, but they were creating a lot of demand just off these influencer type tweets. I think I saw Poopy Cat, I saw Vinny Hager, a bunch of different people talking about this project. So the tip and the trick is you gotta find the equilibrium. You have to find the exact point when there's tons of demands, tons of FOMO tweets, influencer tweets. You wanna find that early, and you wanna find a project that's also incentivizing holders not to list so that demand rises above the supply. That's what we saw with CB Creeps. Okay, number 7, how thick is the wall? Pause. I've talked about this before, but this is really one of my big hacks. This is how any flipper should be evaluating the worth of an NFT and if you should actually get in on it. So let's use Crypto Ray Rays as an example. Again, I'm not calling this at all. I'm just using this as an example. It's a hot project for today. So 0.15 we'll say is the floor price. I want to be able to 2x, so I'm just going to see how much items are listed. What is the supply until I could 2x? Just realized I was actually on the wrong tab for that. I'm on all items now, but 0.3, there's 382 items. That's a significant sweep that has to happen for you just to 2x your money. That's a thick wall. So this is just the activity page for OpenSea. I like to come down here because I don't use any paid sniping tools. I just do this all off the brain power. But let's just see what's running fast right now. Okay, so this thing, Zipsies, super normal, we're seeing is running extremely fast. Here's a hack I like to do when something is just flying so fast. The thing that doesn't catch up quick enough is the bundles. People go straight to the single items and try to just sweep these as fast as possible. People are moving their hands as quick as possible. I come to the bundles here and see if I can find anything. Okay, so this isn't like the best example, but for this Zipsies, I think the true floor is probably like 1.4. Like I think if you click on any of these right now, you're gonna get out sniped. So if you're trying to snipe something on the floor, here's the hack. You just gotta go down. So let's say, you open this up and it's like 1.27. These are all getting sniped because we saw the volume. I like to just go up here, 1.3, like this right here is like the perfect one to snipe. Like really there's not much of a difference. 1.27, you just scroll all the way down because people are always gonna try to get the first couple listings. I just go down here, try to find like 1.3, I try to snipe this, maybe 1.33. This is getting a little too high, but I try to find, like I go to the third or fourth row and try to snipe one of these. But the other point I was gonna make was a lot of the times the bundles don't catch up. This isn't the best example. Usually there's a much better hack. I think like a second ago I showed you guys that there was one for 2.8. So that would have been a great snipe because you saw the true floor is actually like 1.4, 1.5. You get that, you save the gas. The bundles never catch up in time. This is starting to catch up. But when a floor starts to run, check the bundles. There's usually some older bundle listings that you could snipe. All right, guys, I just wanted to remind you this video is sponsored by FTX US, and look at the cool interface of their website. They have all the best projects: Capsule House, Forgotten Ruins, Wizard Cult, Doodles. If you're going to make a big purchase like this, Little Lemon Friends, go do it on FTX. They have 0 gas fees for ETH transaction. And honestly, like, I think there's some cool shit on here. Like, I don't know what this is really, but I want to do some more research. Like, when would Studios Art Basel Miami release? There's 18 of these NFTs. They all look like really cool one-of-ones for pretty cheap prices here. There's just some really cool stuff on this website. FTX US, go use my link below. Code SniperGang. Last thing we want to talk about is find the alpha before the alpha. What's the next big meta? We saw, staking projects. We saw the walking GIFs, even though none of those projects have still come out. We've seen anime do really well. Well, what's the next trend people haven't caught on to? One of my predictions is, the Twitter Blue, the hexagon PFP. People really like that, but I think the next addition we'll see to Twitter Blue is being able to use GIFs, live moving art, as your profile picture. So if you can find GIFs, things that are moving around, whether it's the background, it's a peaceful groupie. GIFs, I think, as profile pictures are going to be the next meta once Twitter Blue comes around. Honestly, like, the day that Twitter Blue allows me to have a GIF, like a moving profile picture with like cool, like moving like colors and all that stuff, I'm jumping right on that. I don't want a static profile picture. I want something that's living and breathing, that feels native to digital art. I think that's the next big meta. Also, the next trend I think people haven't caught on to that's gonna be huge is customization. Also, the ability to change the metadata of your NFT. And that's why I want to remind you guys again to get in on the likes and the comments below for Rubber Ducky Bath Party. I talked about them a little bit last week, but I'm gonna leak some more alpha right now. I don't even know if they want me to like fully leak this. I talked to the team a little bit, but I'm just gonna leak it anyway. Why? Because it's Sniper Gang. Pew pew. Here's the thing. Here's the thing people are really overlooking about the Rubber Ducky Bath Parties is the bath parties. You're going to send your ducks that you mint to a bath party, and depending how drunk they get and how stoned they get, your duck might come home with a third eye, a rare crown, a regrettable tattoo, or a fresh background. The metadata of your duck is literally going to change. It could either go up in rarity, it could go maybe down in rarity, but this game theory element to this project is so cool. Basically, you're gonna have a chance to get new NFTs every single time there's a bath party, and that's gonna increase interest on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. People are going to be tweeting, oh my God, I got a new rare one. The choice is entirely yours. You can send your duck to a bath party. You can see if it's gonna upgrade its rarity. If you don't want to, you don't have to send it to a bath party, but I think it's really cool that they're allowing people to do this. The number of parties your duck attends will be encoded in the metadata and might influence future possibilities and access. So, hey, if you're partying a lot, you might get a rare crown or some shit, who knows? All right, gang members, that's the video for today. Remember, if you like this video and you comment below, you have a chance to win 5 pre-game spots to Rubber Ducky Bath Party, which I think is going to be a super cool project. Hope to party with all of you guys one day, whether that's at an NFT event or in the metaverse, because y'all are my boys. And I love you guys so much for watching this whole video all the way through. Click that subscribe button, just do it. And then you might also want to say, gang, gang.